I'm giving you a problem. Let's say you are given a staircase which has n stairs. You are allowed to take one step or two steps at a time. You have to tell how many different combinations, how many different ways are there to reach on top, basically to cover n step. How many unique, and work out, don't reveal the answer, don't speak the answer. You have learned something right now, work it out on your pen and paper, come up with a recurrence. How many unique ways are there? And once you are done, just type done in the chat. Please do not reveal the answer so that other people can also learn. What we are gradually mastering here is to come up with the recurrences. How many unique ways are there to go up? When I say unique ways, for example, if n is 2, if there are 2 steps, one way is you can go one step, take first step, take one step, done. Another way is you can just jump 2 steps, you will reach on top. So there are 2 ways for n is equal to 2. If anybody is not clear about the question, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I want you guys to work on the recurrence of this. And once you are done, just type done in the chat. If you have figured out some recurrence. Okay, 2, 3 people done. I will wait for others also to get done. Okay, Pratik, can you reveal your answer? What is your recurrence looking like? Yeah,
It will be n ways.
Okay, ways of n is equal to, what is the recurrence?
So I tried for 2, 3, and 4 combinations. So basically,
no,
for all the combinations.
For 2, there is only one. There are 2 combinations for 2. 1 plus 1
yes,
or 2?
There are 2 ways. For 3 also there will be 3 ways. And
okay, for 3 you are saying there will be 3 ways. For 3 ways are 3. How come? What are those ways?
1 plus 1 plus 1.
Okay.
1 plus 2.
Okay.
And 2 plus 1.
Okay. So what is your recurrence? What is the recursion you have come up with? Goal is mainly to come up with a recurrence.
So Sandeep, it is coming the basically n times.
No, n is not correct. Let's see. If you are saying n, for 2 it is true. For 3 it is true. But if you go to 4, can you work out if you have to go 4 steps, how many ways are there?
So I tried coming 4 basically. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus
1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay. 1. Another one?
1 to 1.
1 plus 1 plus 2. 1
okay.
plus 2 plus 1.
2 plus 1 plus 1.
2 plus 1 plus 1. Then 2 plus 2 also. So you missed out 2 plus 2?
Yeah, I missed out 2 plus 2. Yes.
Okay. Okay, anybody else, guys, who worked out the recurrence?
Yeah, sir. I think it's Fibonacci again, because going with the same concept, let's say we are on 0th step and we take 1 step, then we are left with a subset which is n minus 1. If we take 2 steps, we are left with a subset which is n minus 2.
Awesome. So you are saying ways are there, ways that start with 1. That start with 1 step, correct?
Yeah.
Plus all those ways that start with 2 steps.
Yes, sir.
So how many ways will be there that start with 1 step? 1 step is already taken. So remaining will be how many?
N minus 1.
And if you have started with 2 steps at a time, how many are remaining?
N minus 2.
2.
N minus 2. All those will be counted. So this was your answer. Right? And let's try to fill the base cases. Ways of 1 will be?
1.
1 only. This time, if you see, our base case is changing. In red roses, white roses, base of 1 was 2. Here base of 1 is 1. How about base of 2?
2. 1, 1 and 2.
2.
1, 1 and 2. So either you work out these two base cases and this recurrence, or so this is one way of representing, or you can work out base of n is base of n minus 1 plus n minus 2, and your base cases become base of 0 is 1, base of 1 is 1. Will this also be fine? Either
Yes.
you go with A or you go with B. And base case, again, I'm choosing according to our need, because we know if we choose it to be 1, base of 2 will come as base of 1 plus base of 0, and 0 has to be 1 so that our 2 condition is satisfied. Yeah.
So in the B, you have selected one boundary and one base, right, sir?
Absolutely, that's
So
right.
0 will be boundary. Okay.
Yeah. And just, I don't want to misguide you. Books call W of 0 also as a base case. I'm calling it as a boundary because I said I'll use the terminology. I'll say any valid value of n, I'll treat as a base case if you know the answer directly, and any invalid value, we'll treat that as a boundary case.
Can you once draw the tree for 5 when
Okay,
n is
sure. So
confused?
when n is, yeah, when n is 5, so Sirisha, we have taken one step here or two steps here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then again you have one step, again you have one step, again you have one step, again you have one step. So basically when you land up here, this path is taking 1 plus 1 plus 1 5 times, correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you have one step left, you do not have two choice, because here your n is 5, here n became 4, n became 3, n became 2, n became 1. When n became 1, there was only one choice. So we are not having right side. But when n was 2, you have one more choice, you can go ahead with 2 and it becomes 0, correct?
Yes.
So this path is essentially 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. You have taken one step, one step, one step, two steps. Okay. Here, if you take two steps, after 3, you will be left with 2.
Again 1 or 0?
Sorry, here you will be left with 1. At 3, if you take two steps, your n will become 1. And 1, you know, 1 has only one way. You will have to take one step. So this is coming out to be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. Right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go here. Here you take two steps, then you come to 2. And 2's answer you already know. If you have total 2 steps, your answer is going to be this and this. 2 answers, okay. Or if you want me to work out, I can simply go ahead. From 2, you will take one step. For 1, you will take again one step. So this is coming out to be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Is that correct? No, 1 plus 2, sorry. First we took one step, then we took two step, 1, 1. Right?
Yes.
Here, if you take 2, you will land up here 1 plus 2 plus 2. Okay. Let's go ahead with this side. You are coming to 3 now because you have taken 2 as a first step. So from 3, if you take 1, you will be left with 2. From 2, if you take 1, you will left with 1. This is 1. So this is coming out to be 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Here, if you take 2, you will land up to 0, and this is nothing but 2 plus 1 plus 2. Here at 3, if you take 2 steps, you will land up at 1, and 1 has only one choice. So this is 2 plus 2 plus 1. So these are the ways. Sirisha?
Yes, sir.
So total how many ways?
8. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah. And you know, this drawing this tree, working out is cumbersome.
Yes.